Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. In the previous episode, we got ourselves the Bow of Light from the Sand Temple, and well, in this episode, we're gonna let Anjean know, and luckily, to let Anjean know, we don't have to head all the way back to the Tower of Spirits, because she's actually with us on the ship. She's right in the passenger car. So let's let Zelda know that we want to set out. So let's do this. Alright, Anjean is waiting for us in the train. Let's go tell her what happened. Anjean, we got the Bow of Light. We won't have any trouble defeating Malladus now. Good. An arrow from that bow is sure to fell him. Right. Now all we need to know is where Malladus is. I'm sorry, but I can't help you there. But Anjean, while you two were busy obtaining the Bow of Light, I have been searching for the demon train. That's the train that Malladus used to escape, but he and Cole have it hidden too well. There is a way to find it. Burn? I didn't realize you were awake. The area where Malladus was resurrected. Below the altar is the hidden section of tracks. Somewhere down there is the Compass of Light. Only it can lead you to the demon train. Burn! The demon train comes from the Dark Realm. But even Cole didn't know its exact location at first. He had me build a compass using the spirit's power to find the demon train in the Dark Realm. Since the compass uses the power of the spirits, Cole and Malladus can't touch it. That's why it should still be where we left it. Thank you. Let's go, Link. We must get the compass as soon as we can. Before you go, please take this, Link. I think you're the one who is meant to use it. This Lokomo Sword was a gift from one of the spirits. As such, it is filled with sacred energy. It has felled many evil creatures in its lifetime. Until now, only the spirits have wielded this blade. Use it wisely. Link, Princess, it's in your hands now. Alright, so guys, now we know what to do. We want to head over to the Tower of Spirits and find the Compass of Light. But as you can tell, we just got ourselves the Lokomo Sword. Let's go ahead and look at it. So yeah, it looks really interesting. I mean, it's kind of a weird way to get it. You just get it straight from Anjean. It's not like she even combines your current sword with it, kind of like what they did in Phantom Hourglass. You just obtain it instantly. So, yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, I think it's really easy to get, and it's not really as exciting as you'd think it would be, like in other Zelda installments where you obtain the Master Sword from its pedestal or whatnot. But we have the Lokomo Sword, and it's pretty interesting. So, what we're going to be doing in this episode is we're not going to head all the way to where the Compass of Light is. We're going to head over to the Tower of Spirits, though, to pick up something else. And we're going to do a bunch of side quests that is remaining before we really decide to end off our adventure. Because, yeah, before we want to search for Malladus and the demon train and all, we want to first finish these side quests that are remaining throughout this game, because this is 100%, of course. So, to start things off, I'm going to be making my way to the Tower of Spirits real quickly, so we can pick up a stamp, because there is a stamp station there, believe it or not. We'll be able to put it inside Nico's stamp book, And then as well, what I want to do is I want to head over to Castletown so I can buy some cuckoos. And the reason why I'm going to purchase some cuckoos is so I can deliver it to the Lokomo Rail, which is over at the Sand Sanctuary. So he's pretty close to where we are at currently. He wants some cuckoos, believe it or not, and then from there we can actually pick up the final stamp station, or stamp rather, to put it in Nico's stamp book, because we only have 2 remaining, and that is the one in the Sand Sanctuary and in the Tower of Spirits. So yeah, we're gonna be obtaining the remaining ones within the game already, so that is pretty awesome. But to start things off, let's quickly make our way to the Tower of Spirits, because that's what awaits, and then we'll be picking it up. I believe Zelda is going to try to encourage us to head over to get the Compass of Light, the Light Compass or whatever. I already forgot the way to word it, but you can just ignore, because that's not what we want to do. Like I said, we got some side quest up ahead. There's actually a bunch of things we're going to be doing in this episode. Lots of traveling, I'll tell you that much, but it will be worth it, to say the least. And okay, here we are. Zelda actually has nothing to say. I believe when you try to leave, she'll talk about it. So, yeah, okay, good. We don't have to, like, deal with her dialogue right now. But, yeah, so I have to make my way all the way to the top of the Tower of Spirits. And then, I'll show you guys what to do there. So I'll just cut this small bit out. Okay, so here we are at the top. Now, if you didn't know, if you actually step on these, you can head back to the entrance. But we don't want to go there. We've been ignoring them throughout this whole thing, because there's really no point to climb all the way to the top and then take it down, unless you want to leave, of course. But that was never really the case. What we want to do, instead of heading inside the 20th floor, I believe, and taking all of that on, we can inside this blue portal, and this blue portal will take us right before we took on Burn, and then from there we'll be able to make our way all the way to the tippy top where we saw Malladus' resurrection. So you just want to run all the way there, and from here you can actually continue on with the story and try to find the Compass of Light and whatnot, because we do have the Bow of Light and that will help us find it. But like I said, we're going to do that for another time, so we will be coming back here. I just want to pick up the stamp, which is right up here. Sadly, we were unable to really mess around with it because there was a cutscene and all when we first went up here. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this in Nico's stamp book. As you can tell, we only have 1 page, you know, the front and back. I'm going to put this on the back because this is technically what I want to be the final stamp in the book, just to look back at. You'd be like, oh yeah, I got every single stamp, and that was the one I ended it off with. And the one before the end will be the Sand Sanctuary, so we're gonna have to head there. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way all the way back down. I just need to jump back into that blue portal, then take the warp that will take you all the way to the bottom of the Tower of Spirits, and I'll see you guys at the bottom. Alright, so here we are at the bottom of the Tower of Spirits, and now what we want to do is make our way to Castletown, as mentioned earlier, so we can get some cuckoos for Rail the Lokomo. So to the Forest Realm, Zelda, and then from there we can just return back to the Tower of Spirits, and then take it to the Ocean Realm and head straight to the Lokomo. So it's really simple how this is going to work. There isn't much traveling in between, but you gotta keep in mind they are cuckoos and you're gonna need all 5 of them. And if you get hit by anything, you lose them. So yeah, and wait a second, please tell me that Dark Train isn't coming towards me. Okay, it's not. We're gonna have to slow down a little bit here as it heads through the fork. So just turn. We're good, now we can speed up. Because I just didn't want to mess around with it. I don't want to head too close to it because yeah, you'll end up dying if that happens. As you can tell, I still need the final piece of Dragon Train set, and that is the passenger car. I plan on getting that soon. A lot of you guys told me to head over to Whittleton and farm there, so I will try that maybe off screen. There's a teacher. Could take him Samaria if you really wanted the cash, but I'm going to ignore him for now. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy and quickly purchase 5 cuckoos. So yeah, awesome. And we're gonna need all 5 of them to deliver to Rail. And I did not know that would happen. But yeah, so here's the thing. Like I said, if you get hit once, you lose a cuckoo and you have to repurchase them and deliver them. So that's gonna suck. But comes out if we get lucky and not get hit by the upcoming enemies right here in the forest realm while heading over to the Tower of Spirits, we are pretty much set, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. You're gonna say, oh, but what about the sand realm and all of the friggin' land sharks are gonna try to jump at you? Well, if you watch the episode before the previous episode, while we were actually heading to the Sand Realm and taking the trials and whatnot, you would have noticed that I avoided all of those enemies, and that's because of the whistle. If you keep spamming the whistle, they'll jump up and they'll never attack you whatsoever. And I'm going to demonstrate it here again, just to show you guys how easy it is to not get hit when you have cuckoos in your freight car. So yeah, let's go ahead and Zelda has to give us this huge thing of dialogue every time we want to talk to her. Here in like the final place, she's kind of like Navi or something, gonna constantly remind you. I guess it's understandable because you might not know what to do if, let's say, you haven't played the game in a while and you're like at this certain point within the game. You might be like, well, I beat every temple and I completed the Tower of Spirits, so what am I supposed to do? That way, if you ever head over to the Tower of Spirits and try leaving, Zelda will be like, oh no, it's here. We have to, like, you know, find the compass of light and whatnot. So it's understandable that she constantly reminds you. Just gets annoying if you use the Tower of Spirits as a way to travel. Like, constantly heading there to take you to a different realm. And that's what I tend to do quite a bit. So yeah, but I don't think we're going to do that for the rest of this episode, because from here on out, we'll just take the rails we obtained from the forest gems and have them take us to certain areas. So yeah, here we go, guys. This is the part where it's supposed to get tricky, but like I said, you can easily avoid all of this as long as you use your whistle. Luckily, we do have the dragon train engine head, so with that, we're not going to hear a really loud whistle or anything. You just hear like a really light noise while I blow the whistle. Regardless, it scares your enemies. It's pretty much, the whistle sound is only for you to hear. It's not really something that affects what the enemies hear. So yeah, once the land sharks do appear, I'll easily just scare them off or have them constantly jump by using this. And I don't even think I'm going to have to attack them. That's even if they appear. They don't seem to be appearing, so I think we are fine. I just realized how big those cactuses are. Okay, or cactusi, whatever the plural is. But okay, here we go. So just get to work. This is it. And I'm not even kidding. We're just going to keep doing this and we'll be fine. It's weird because this was something I randomly figured out when I was heading through. I was like, wait a second. Every time I blow my whistle, they jump. I wonder if I keep spamming it. And I did. And it worked out perfectly. So yeah, it's actually awesome how this works. You don't even have to worry about them whatsoever. So I guess it makes getting the source gem extremely easy. I think this was supposed to be the one difficult part into delivering the cuckoos, you know, avoiding those enemies. But like I said, you can easily do that and avoid them. Alright, so here we are in the Sand Sanctuary. You'll find Rail already out waiting for us. So I see you brought those cuckoos I was after. Who knew you were such a mind reader? Wonder if he says that dialogue if you talk to him first and he asks for cuckoos. I don't think he does. But yeah, so those cuckoos are for me, right? Of course they are. You brought me so many cuckoos. Alright, so with that, we're gonna get ourselves a forest gem that will take us to a really interesting station. Yes, this isn't just a shortcut rail. It's actually one that will take us, it's not even a shortcut whatsoever if you look at it. Yeah, it takes us all the way to like the end of the world, and believe it or not, that's actually the name of the station. So yeah, I believe it's called the End of the Earth Station or something. So we're gonna have to head over there, but before we do that, I want to pick up one of the cuckoos we delivered. They should be running around like just randomly. Let's see if we can find one. Okay, there is one. Want to pick one up and use it to actually get me the stamp that's located here. So there is a stamp. Let's go ahead and put the final stamp in Nico's stamp book, and I will be heading later this episode to show Nico the stamp book, and we're gonna get ourselves a really cool prize. I still don't think it's gonna beat the engineer suit, but regardless, we're gonna get ourselves something really useful and helpful that will help us on later on, or just in general, honestly. But as you can tell, I jumped into the water so I can avoid grabbing the cuckoo and jumping back to the main area. So honestly, that's the easiest way to do it. Just have it take you back there, and it does that for a reason. That's just in case the cuckoo fell in the water. you aren't literally stuck on that small piece of land in the sanctuary. So yeah, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make my way to the end of the earth. And that's all the way where the new rail map has appeared. So that's going to take quite a bit of traveling, and I'm serious when I say that. We're going to be traveling for quite a bit, so I'm obviously going to cut this part out. I'll see you guys as we are slowly reaching the end of the Earth station, and we'll see what we do from there. So yeah. Also, something I noticed is that I was going the wrong way. We actually want to head up here, because if we do take that other path that I was currently taking, we'll be heading back to the Sand Temple. So yeah, that was a little dumb on my part. I wasn't paying attention, but you want to take the other way, which will take us to the Fire Realm, and that's honestly the quickest way, unless you go to the Tower of Spirits and then switch the rails to the Fire Realm. Honestly, either way works. I think honestly this way that I'm currently taking is the fastest though, so yeah, we're gonna go through here and then all the way to the new tracks that appeared. So yeah. Also, you can easily hit this gate, and this will teleport you to the Ocean Realm, and this is actually going to be super helpful for something we're going to do a little bit later on, so keep that in mind. It's a good thing we hit that, because now it opened up a gate that will take us to the Ocean Realm. So yeah, but anyways, now I'll cut to when I make it to the section we're looking for. Okay, so here we are slowly approaching this station. Yeah, it's really far from anything else. It's kind of crazy how long it's supposed to take to find this place. It's actually a pretty big gamble if you don't know the station exists. I mean, the first time I did it was mainly just to look around and see if I get lucky, and I did. And this station, I mean, it may not have anyone on it, but it does hold a bunch of goodies that we can get, so it's definitely worth the travel. But here we are, the ends of the Earth station. So yeah, it's at the end of the Earth. I guess kind of, not really, but yeah. Okay, so I'm surprised at the station way out here. I wonder why it's here. I wonder too. Alright, so let's get started by doing this. Woo! We can actually pick up a couple of rupees that are here if we use the sand wand to raise the sand. We're actually gonna have to use this for all of the puzzles within the station, and believe it or not, it's actually the puzzles I enjoy a lot. It's going to be the block puzzles we're gonna have to do. So let's start off by heading inside the center. As you could tell, if I didn't really show it off, but there are 3 different areas you can head inside. I believe this is the easiest one. So this is a brain tester block puzzle. Yeah, each one is just a block puzzle, several block puzzles for each one to get yourself really rare treasure. So let's start off by heading inside this one and take it on. So as you can tell, yeah, it's just like that, a simple block puzzle. There isn't really much else to it besides solving block puzzles, I guess. I don't really know. But this one's going to be easy. They're going to get slightly more difficult as time goes on, and they're going to add more blocks, as well as making the area of moving the blocks a whole lot smaller. So they get a little difficult, but I honestly enjoy these, so I don't really care. This one's also extremely easy. You're just going to go ahead and move it like that, and then push it right where it is. The center one is supposed to be the easiest, honestly. And I don't think you get the coolest treasure from this one. This is like the most standard treasure you'll get from solving these 3 puzzles. Each one out of the 3 doors has 3 certain rooms. As you can tell, we're in the final one. If you look at the map, there's going to be an exit. So yeah. But let's go ahead and solve this one as well. It should be simple. This reminds me a lot of actually Twilight Princess's ice puzzles that were in the Ice Temple. Or, well, not really the Ice Temple, but like a temple that required a bunch of ice physics and stuff. Actually, there was a cavern as well that had that. I don't know, I liked it. Alright, so, just moving this around until I get a good feel. Oh, actually, I have it already. So we're gonna move it like this, then up, then we're done. We just need to center it like that. So, voila! And we are done with the first section. There are 2 more to go, and trust me, they're gonna get a lot more difficult. But like I said, I don't know, I just really enjoy doing these, so I don't mind. So this one gives us a Goron Ember. It actually could give you anything random. So yeah, wow, you were really amazing, Link. I'm not good at this sort of puzzle, so I'm really impressed with you. Thanks. Yeah, Zelda's gonna give you a lot of praise for each time you solve a set of puzzles, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I guess the game developers thought this would be difficult or something. I don't know. But with that, we got ourselves 100 rupees while trying to leave, as well as that random piece of slightly rare treasure. It's not ultra rare, but it's pretty rare. Now we're going to take this one on. I believe this one's actually going to give you the heart container, so this is definitely the main one you want to take on. But surprisingly, it is not difficult either, so that is good. Alright, so we're just going to do this, that, this, that. There we go, and we are done. We can go ahead and just press it in like that. See if we can do this one easy as well. Huh. Okay, let me move this one really quickly. Let's put this one back up. Oh, there we go, we got it. Alright, so that wasn't hard either. Then again, this was the first out of the 3 we're going to have to take for the heart container. You can honestly follow along if you are following along this Let's Play and do the exact same way I'm doing it. Or you can figure out the way to do. I mean, there are several ways to solve these. These aren't really that hard. But, yeah. Actually, I just realized this one should be rather simple if we do it like this. There we go. We got one down, so all I did was like just move it around a little bit so I can reposition it correctly, kind of like, let's see if I can do it with this one. Let's move this one back. Wait, there we go, and we're done with this one as well. So let's go ahead and push this, that, and let's put this one back in. If you couldn't tell, the bottom of the block actually holds the, like the bottom of the block is gonna be blue. So if you can't see where the spike is, just find the blue side, and you'll know the spike is on the opposite side. That honestly makes it a little easy as well, but that's just my opinion. This one should be simple as well, I am pretty sure. I think we just do it like this. All right, let's move, oops, wrong way. Let's move this one up, move this one here, like that, like this. None. You have to move this one around a little bit to actually get it to work. See if we can. I think we have it. Actually, this one might be a little difficult. Or not. Nope. Wait. I'm trying to figure this out real quickly, because these 2 are done. I just need to figure out a way to move this around correctly to really have it set. Can we keep moving this back? No, we cannot. It's kind of difficult when the put item away is on the side of the screen, so it's really hard to move it when it's at the corner like that. But yeah, let's try this, that, this. Oh, I think I got it. No, I do not. Oh, that was close though. I think I just need to move it around a little bit more, and I'll have this one done as well. So if we do this, done that. Okay, that is, if this was on the opposite side, we would have it. So let's try this again. Man, this is so hard to move. That's honestly the most irritating part, like, of it. Right, let's try this, that. Move this back, move this up. There we go, we solved it. Okay. Took me a little bit. Can I move this correctly? There we go. Took me a little bit to figure out. They shouldn't be that hard, and I don't want to take too long trying to solve these puzzles, but you gotta focus a little bit at least to really get them, or at least get the grasp of it and kind of figure out how you're supposed to move them. But there we go, we got ourselves a heart container. So, wow, you did it. Nice job, Link. Even Teacher would have been stumped. How would you know that? Whatever. Speaking of Teacher, we actually left him when he wanted a ride, but I didn't care because I don't really care about that guy. Anyways, let's go ahead and pick up another big green rupee and continue on. So that gave us a heart container, of course. The last one is actually going to give us, I believe, a slightly more rare treasure. Now, it's honestly the most difficult one because if you couldn't tell the theme, it's like the first one has 1 block and the areas get smaller, and then you have 2 blocks, and now it's going to be 3 blocks. So, yeah, actually the last one was 3 blocks. So this one might be easier because they might... it's also 3. Alright, well, now we know. But it's going to be easy regardless, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so here's the plan. Move it like this. Oh. See, if I'm able to move these without much trouble, I would have a rather easy time. Let's do... Oops. Actually, no, let's just put this there. Alright. So... Can I do this? I think, yeah, I got it. Alright, so we've done it. We got the first one down. I just gotta frickin' move it in the correct spot, please. There we go. So let me move this up so I can move this here. Move this back down. Move this, please. Go correctly. Alright, move this back up so I can move this. No, stop. Now it's just moving the wrong way. This is really irritating. Trying my best to push it in the correct way, but it's not working. There we go. See, that could have went a lot faster if it actually did it correctly, but it did not, so whatever. Anyway, let's jump into the next one. I don't know, I feel like I should show all of these, just in case people do have trouble trying to solve these. Then there you go. This is the way to do it. Oh. Wait a second. I think I figured this one out. I believe so. This one should be easy, honestly, because it's really small. Alright, let's move it like that. This. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got them both technically in the correct direction, or the one direction that we want it to be at. Like, they both would have fit in that area, but I think this honestly will do it if I can, please. Alright, let's move this one back down. Let's move this here. Move this one really quickly. Alright, so as you can tell, it looks like I screwed it up, but I think this is honestly the easiest way to do it. So there we go. And I just need to move this one. Oh my god, go the correct way, please. Move this one just back. So we're gonna like kind of backtrace what we did to screw up this one. Only if it moves the way I want it to. God dang. Alright. There we go. Now we've done it. So it looked like I like jumbled everything up, but that wasn't the case. It was more so to solve one of the puzzles. That way I can just move it back. Because you kind of need all the space. So if a block is at a certain like part, you're going to need to move them around. Alright, this one should be easy. This one's super small. I think this one will be easy. Yeah, this one is. So like this, like that. Push this one in. And let's see if I can do this. Do that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So this one will go in here. This one will go in here. Actually, I need to like kind of reorganize the way this is gonna work. Nope, wrong way. Let's move this one over here. Oh geez. I thought I had this one solved as like instantly, but I guess actually I think I do. This one will go here. This one will go in like this. Yep, I got it. Alright. So there we go. No! This is gonna go by so much easier if I'm able to move them correctly. God dang. Alright, so push this one here. Move it like no. Oh, okay. Move this one here, please. Go correctly, like that, like this, and like that. There we go. Finally. I like the sand rod and all, but man, does it just sometimes not listen. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm clicking at the like right parts of the screen, but I don't know. It doesn't work. There we go. We got ourselves a regal ring though. By obtaining this regal ring, we can sell it for a crap ton of money because it's super rare. But as you can tell, I am working for the dragon train and not the gold train, so I most likely am going to sell it. Because you don't really need the regal ring for any other build besides the gold train. But there we go, guys. So we've taken on the secrets and the depth of the end of the world station, the ends of the world or whatever. And I guess I'll leave you guys here. So for the next episode, we shall be heading to a different station, a lot more secret, I guess. But yeah, I'm most likely gonna meet you guys over at Goron Village, so that way in the next episode you don't have to see me here. So I'll act like I'm heading there now, and then in the next episode we'll start off there. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, and then the next episode we'll be at Goron Village, where we'll continue our side questing adventures. So I'll see you guys then.